several chances, and here's Larry Bird.
Everyone remembers Larry Bird, the iconic score.
And Will Chamberlain.
The interpretation. On
a uniform to go play a game.
Feared by his peers, respected by his rivals, played in the most physical era of basketball, renowned for his shot.
Pile up numbers, but the ability to build a Hall of Fame career.
Every time I come out, and if I get it torn as hard as I can every night, and I hope I can bring excitement to it.
His career Bird.
Here's Magic off the mark. Lakers
Bird would put fear in me and everyone else.
But talking and telling them about it.
Lakers won the regular season MVP award 3 consecutive times, as Bird did. Bill Russell
Defending.
Larry Bird
Lasted 13 seasons.
He was cooking everybody, but talking and telling them about it.
Birds.
Bird will try another jumper and hit it at the buzzer. Bird has...
What happens when a small-town kid with an unshakable work ethic and an uncanny ability to dominate the game of basketball rises to the top? You get Larry Bird, a player who redefined what it meant to be a superstar. With his relentless competitiveness, unparalleled basketball IQ, and clutch performances, Bird became one of the greatest players in NBA history. He wasn't just a player. He was a symbol of grit, determination, and excellence. Larry Bird wasn't flashy, but he didn't need to be. His game spoke for itself. From his deadly shooting to his pinpoint passing and tenacious defense, Bird was the complete package. He was the heart and soul of the Boston Celtics, leading them to 3 NBA championships and restoring pride to one of the league's most storied franchises. Early life, the making of a legend. Larry Joe Bird was born on December 7th, 1956, in West Baden Springs, Indiana, and grew up in the nearby town of French Lick. From a young age, basketball was his escape and his passion. He spent countless hours practicing on a makeshift court in his backyard, honing his skills and developing an unshakable work ethic. Bird's journey to stardom wasn't easy. He came from a humble background, and his family faced financial struggles. But basketball became his ticket to a better life. At Springs Valley High School, Bird was a standout player, averaging 31 points, 21 rebounds, and 4 assists as a senior. Despite his talent, he was overlooked by major college programs and initially attended Indiana University. However, homesickness led him to drop out and return to French Lick, where he worked as a garbage collector and continued to play basketball in local leagues. It wasn't long before Indiana State University gave him a second chance. Bird seized the opportunity, leading the Sycamores to unprecedented success. In 1979, he took Indiana State to the NCAA championship game, where they faced Magic Johnson's Michigan State Spartans. Though the Sycamores lost, the rivalry between Bird and Magic was born, and it would go on to define an era of basketball. The NBA arrival, the Celtics' savior. The Boston Celtics selected Larry Bird with the 6th overall pick in the 1978 NBA draft, even though he chose to play his final college season before joining the team. When Bird finally arrived in Boston in 1979, he immediately transformed the franchise. The Celtics, who had struggled in the years following their dynasty of the 1960s, suddenly became contenders again. Bird's impact was immediate. He averaged 21.3 points, 10.4 rebounds, and 4.5 assists in his rookie season, earning NBA Rookie of the Year honors and leading the Celtics to a 32-win improvement. His arrival marked the beginning of a new era for the Celtics, one defined by his relentless competitiveness and unselfish play. The dynasty, the 1980s Celtics. With Bird leading the way, the Celtics became the team to beat in the 1980s. Alongside teammates like Kevin McHale, Robert Parrish, and Dennis Johnson, Bird helped restore the Celtics to their former glory. The team's rivalry with Magic Johnson's Los Angeles Lakers became the defining storyline of the decade, as the two franchises faced off in 3 NBA Finals, 1984, 1985, and 1987. Bird's Celtics won 2 of those series, in 1984 and 1986, cementing his legacy as one of the greatest winners in NBA history. The 1986 Celtics, in particular, are often regarded as one of the best teams ever assembled, with Bird earning his 3rd consecutive MVP award that season. Bird's game was a masterclass in fundamentals and intelligence. He wasn't the most athletic player, but he made up for it with his shooting, passing, and court vision. His ability to read the game and make the right play at the right time was unparalleled. Whether it was a clutch three-pointer, a no-look pass, or a game-saving steal, Bird always seemed to come through when it mattered most. The rivalry, Bird versus Magic. No discussion of Larry Bird's career is complete without mentioning his rivalry with Magic Johnson. The two legends faced off in 3 NBA Finals, and their battles captivated the basketball world. Bird and Magic were opposites in many ways. Bird was the hard-nosed, blue-collar worker from small-town Indiana, while Magic was the flashy, charismatic star from Los Angeles. But they shared a mutual respect and a relentless desire to win. Their rivalry transcended the sport, revitalizing the NBA and bringing it to new heights of popularity. Together, they saved the league from financial struggles and turned it into a global phenomenon. The competitor, a legendary work ethic. What set Larry Bird apart wasn't just his talent. It was his work ethic and competitive fire. He was known for his grueling practice routines and his willingness to do whatever it took to win. Stories of Bird trash-talking opponents and then backing it up with his play are the stuff of legend. One of the most famous examples came during the 1988 three-point contest at the NBA All-Star Weekend. As he walked into the locker room, Bird looked at his competitors and said, "Which one of you's finishing second?" He then went out and won the contest, while still wearing his warm-up jacket. The setback, injuries and retirement. Bird's relentless style of play took a toll on his body. Chronic back injuries plagued him throughout his career, and by the early 1990s, it became clear that his time on the court was coming to an end. In 1992, after helping lead the Dream Team to a gold medal at the Barcelona Olympics, Bird retired from the NBA. His retirement marked the end of an era, but his impact on the game was far from over. The legacy, a legend forever. Larry Bird's influence extends far beyond his stats and championships. He revolutionized the forward position, proving that a player could dominate with skill, intelligence, and determination, rather than just athleticism. His style of play, fundamental, unselfish, and clutch, set a new standard for the game. After retiring, Bird transitioned into coaching and front office roles. He served as head coach of the Indiana Pacers, earning NBA Coach of the Year honors in 1998, and later became the team's president of basketball operations. Under his leadership, the Pacers became one of the most competitive teams in the Eastern Conference. Off the court, Bird remained a beloved figure in Indiana and beyond. His humility, work ethic, and love for the game endeared him to fans and players alike.